Introduction. Change your thinking if you want to do more. You have incredible power within you. Too many people develop a concept, think it will succeed, and then encounter a challenge. This could be a minor issue that is often of little consequence. After then, they start to forget. They surrender. Don't be depressed if you've done this in the past. You belong to the vast majority. It is important that you alter your behavior. From this point forward, cultivate a firm belief in your concept. Keep going even when things get difficult. Never give up. Think and advance. Rich was updated for today's standards after being first published over 65 years ago. The concepts are similar. It has helped numerous well-known individuals, including John D. Rockefeller, Theodore Roosevelt, Alexander Graham Bell, and Thomas Edison, achieve great success. It can help you as well. Develop the mental resources and perseverance to keep going. It's all in your head, even when things are hard. Those who develop a success consciousness succeed. Those who allow themselves to become failure conscious experience failure. Chapter 1. Success requires a strong drive that never wavers. Having a solid, unchanging desire is the first step toward achieving the appropriate mentality. This desire must be present no matter what challenges you face. When things got a bit challenging in the past, you probably quit up. How do you know, though, that you weren't already there? You can overcome any challenge you face when you use the force of unwavering desire. A huge family found some gold during the gold rush, but they lacked the equipment to mine it. They devised a strategy to acquire the equipment before starting to dig. They came to the realization that they had one of Colorado's top mines, and everything was wonderful for a while. Then, out of the blue, they were unable to locate the gold. It had withered and vanished. They gave up and reduced their losses by selling the equipment. They were unaware that if they had dug 3 more feet, they would have discovered gold that had been impacted by a straightforward fault line. The riches that the original family would have had if they hadn't given up were in fact found by another family, who also found that gold. This circumstance is all too common. But you are much less likely to give up if you reverse your thinking and cultivate an unshakable passion to attain your goal. The case of Edwin C. Barnes is a good illustration of this. He was desperate to collaborate with Thomas Edison. He spent more than 30 years working with the great man, and he didn't stop until he achieved his goal. So how can one create a strong desire? Thoughts are under your control. You express your desires to yourself. You develop a clear strategy to achieve it, and the more explicit, the better. You put everything in writing and read it out to yourself twice a day. Your passion will quickly increase to a point where it cannot be stifled by little obstacles. Did you know that the human brain is much more capable than we realize? The orbital frontal cortex and the striatum are believed to be connected to motivation, though this is still a mystery to scientists. Chapter 2. Although faith cannot be seen, it plays a significant role in our lives. Faith is a difficult topic for many individuals. This is most likely a result of the fact that faith is invisible. Nothing tangible or observable exists. It is an emotion and a feeling of security. However, a process known as autosuggestion can be used to establish and control faith. This means that by telling yourself what you want to believe through visualization and affirmations, you can develop a strong feeling of faith. Send your subconscious clear instructions. Make a plan and carry it out from there. You may overcome any potential problems you run against by working diligently with your faith and determination. When someone first encounters a certain criminal activity, such as drug use or stealing, they initially despise it. But after being exposed to it for a while, they become accustomed to it. A person will be influenced by crime if they are exposed to it for a long enough period of time. It all comes down to repetition. Infiltrating the unconscious mind. Your mind is being properly trained to have more faith. You must employ autosuggestion, which entails stern daily self-talk. You must tell yourself what you want and hold yourself accountable for being persistent and taking action. You must promise yourself that you will gain confidence and that you won't give up until you achieve your goals. This is your spoken signature on a manifesto. Along the way, you also come to the realization that you cannot achieve if your activities have a negative impact on others. Give demands to yourself. Remind yourself that you will believe in your idea and that you won't give up even when things are difficult. This is your verbal manifesto, a commitment to yourself regarding what you will carry out in order to achieve your goals. You should imagine achieving your goals in addition to this unwritten manifesto. It feels what? Looks like what? All of this will aid in influencing your subconscious and fostering that faith that cannot be seen. Chapter 3. Don't generalize. Instead, specialize in order to stay one step ahead of the competition. We have the misconception that knowledge is power, so what good is it to fill your head with knowledge that won't be of any value to you in your daily life? In fact, it's preferable to work toward specialization, concentrating on the topics that will be pertinent to your future intentions and actions. There are two different kinds of knowledge, both of which are potent. One is broad, and the other is narrow. Your ability to read into your particular sector or area of interest, study more, and ask questions and seek answers can help you advance significantly in your chosen specialization. You'll succeed more if you can become more specialized. Knowledge by itself won't make you wealthy. It merely affects your plan, and thus, your behavior. Henry Ford made a strong case for this concept. His overall knowledge or lack thereof was questioned. When he had individuals nearby who could inform him of everything he needed to know, he questioned why he would bother filling his head with general knowledge. Ford may not have had the highest level of formal education, but he made sure that his knowledge was specialized in his field and made decisions accordingly. Did you know that creative ideas are said to originate from the right side of the brain? Chapter 4. You can accomplish anything you can conceive. Everything is in your head. We are constantly encouraged to dream and imagine as youngsters, but as we become a little older, we seem to cease doing so. You must keep dreaming as an adult, but with a little more intensity, if you want to realize your goals. When you're an adolescent, imagination isn't useless. Simply make sure that you concentrate your creative abilities in directions that are consistent with your goal objectives. You create your plans and generate ideas in your imagination. There is a statement that states you can construct anything your mind can conjure up. When you consider the significant technological advancements we've made, this is demonstrated. Who would have imagined that using only a computer, we would be able to communicate with individuals on the opposite side of the globe? Who would have thought that we would be sending astronauts into space on a regular basis? All of these concepts originated in someone's mind. Two different kinds of imagination exist. Your ability to use synthetic imagination permits you to confirm prior learning. You can also conceive up original ideas and plans thanks to your creative mind. It's crucial to use the appropriate one. It's not really about coming up with something original with synthetic imagination. It is really a repetition of what you already know. The brain communicates with something known as limitless intelligence through creative imagination, which is powerful. You can concentrate on your end goal by using infinite intelligence, which will help you get where you want to go. You get those flashes of insight or hunches through this that don't appear to make any sense or rationale. If you decide to include those thoughts and instincts into a plan, it must be specific and well structured. Your chances of success increase as you become more stable and well organized. You need to put together a team of people with whom you can exchange ideas, get counsel from, and obtain fresh insight since you cannot accomplish this on your own. These are what Napoleon Hill refers to as your mastermind coalition. You must be very selective in choosing them, maintaining equality and harmony among you all, and meeting frequently to carry out your strategy. Did you know that Thomas Edison had over 100 failures before to inventing the well-known light bulb? Chapter 5. Make a solid plan and take the initiative to move things along. Your plan needs to be specific and well organized when you start organizing your ideas and hunches. Your chances of success increase as you become more stable and well organized. You need to put together a team of people with whom you can exchange ideas, get counsel from, and obtain fresh insight since you cannot accomplish this on your own. These are what Napoleon Hill refers to as your mastermind coalition. These folks must be carefully chosen while maintaining peace and justice among all of you. Getting together frequently to carry out your objective. Every obstacle, setback, and heartache contains the germ of an advantage that is at least as significant. The point is that failure is something you should anticipate happening a few times because it is a fact of life. Even the best laid plans will encounter obstacles. Nonetheless, you simply rewrite the plan and try again. You'll get assistance from your mastermind alliance with this. No doubt. You must become a leader within your alliance and acquire the necessary leadership abilities. These include unwavering courage, self-control, a sense of justice, and the capacity for quick decision-making. The capacity to formulate specific strategies going above and beyond at all times. A person who is nice, easygoing, understanding, responsible, willing to take on responsibility when necessary, and able to cooperate and get along with others. A superior leader doesn't claim to be an expert in everything. They recognize the constant need for new learning and development. Make a self-evaluation of your leadership abilities, and don't be afraid to pose challenging questions to yourself. Developing your leadership skills can help you create solid strategies that can withstand storms, possibly with some reconstruction along the road. If something goes wrong once, just get back up and keep going. Chapter 6. To advance in anything you're trying to do, avoid procrastination. The world's most successful people are able to make snap decisions without letting delay influence them. Henry Ford was known for his ability to act quickly, yet when modifications were required, he took his time to consider all options. Some of the most prosperous individuals who have ever lived on the world can attest to this. Make sure and hasty conclusions, but progressively reconsider them. Being overly concerned with other people's opinions or paying attention to them will only make you move more slowly. If you were very concerned with other people's opinions, you wouldn't be able to develop that passion or faith because you would be too worried about them. It would be beneficial if you simply gave consideration to your opinions and those of the members of your mastermind alliance. Be very picky about who you let join your group because of this. Although they may mean well, friends and family rarely have success. Avoid listening constantly to what everyone has to say and instead concentrate on the opinions of those who matter. But in many situations, it takes a lot of guts to be solid and definite in your decisions. The 56 individuals who signed the Declaration of Independence are remembered at Napoleon Hill. They made a firm decision and risked their lives. Your choice needs to be equally sound and firm, even though it might not be quite as striking. You are already aware of potential obstacles and how crucial it is to persevere. This has greatly benefited from patience. This has real power and will enable you to materialize your steadfast desire. Willpower can be used to explain persistence, but when combined with desire, there is very little that can stand in the way of success. If you are persistent, you might even need to take little, measured measures. Moving, though, is progress. The following characteristics: having a purpose, a very clear desire, being independent, developing very clear plans, assuring specialized knowledge, and cooperating with others, such as your mastermind alliance, help foster persistence. Chapter 7. You have the ability to channel your sexual tension into ultimate strength. Although sexual tension is a strong sensation, you can use it to your advantage when working to earn money. To maintain the survival of the human race, good bodily and emotional health, and to aid in the conversion of ordinary ideas into brilliant ones are the three basic purposes of sex. Your ability to transform sexual tension or annoyance into something constructive and beneficial depends on the third of these three reasons. This is known as sex transmutation in this context and refers to shifting your perspective on sex from one that is just physical to one that might motivate you. In many situations throughout history, adding passion and love to the equation creates a very strong and powerful driver that has been sufficient to secure victory. When channeled toward your goals, sexual tension is a very potent force that could be the difference between success and failure. Sex transmutation entails shifting one's focus from physical to creative endeavors. Using sex transmutation does not need celibacy. Rather, it requires a fresh perspective on sexual tension. It's about finding a creative outlet for that tension so you can channel your willpower, perseverance, ingenuity, and courage through it. Previous studies have revealed that those who went on to achieve great things were frequently intensely sexual and had mastered the use of sex transmutation to their advantage. Chapter 8. The Brains and the Subconscious Mind's Strength. Autosuggestion, which we briefly discussed before, can have an impact on the brain and subconscious mind. It makes sense to take advantage of the fact that your subconscious mind is particularly susceptible to the things you tell yourself and repeat to yourself. Your subconscious is always working. Both while you are awake and asleep, it is working. Although you can't fully control your subconscious, you can mostly, particularly through employing emotions. The subconscious mind is much more influenced by emotions than the conscious mind, which is more concerned with rational reasoning and intellect. You are more likely to try to obtain or correct something if you have feelings for it. Making a plan helps you stay on course. At any time, your emotions could take over and divert your attention. Be as specific as you can and be aware of your goals. Desire, faith, love, sex, excitement, romance, and hope are the 7 good emotions. Your conscious mind has less control over your subconscious mind, which is frequently influenced by your fluctuating emotions. You may cultivate a positive mindset by using the 7 positive emotions. Being both positive and negative at the same time is impossible. Both must be superseded by one. The bad feelings of fear, jealousy, hatred, retaliation, greed, wrath, and superstition can be eliminated, resulting in a more positive subconscious mind that will be far more beneficial. The law of habit is known as this. By concentrating on the 7 positive emotions, this law enables you to become a more optimistic person. Being a master of the law of success philosophy is like having a failure insurance policy. One of the main causes of failure is giving in to fear. The most prevalent concerns include those of poverty, rejection, illness, losing a loved one, aging, and death. Each of them feeds into the next, creating a cycle. Even if fear isn't real, it has the power to quickly ruin plans. You overthink when you're unsure, typically into unfounded components of anxiety. You need to cultivate willpower and always employ it to erect a wall around oneself in order to defend yourself from fear and other harmful elements. This barrier will block away negativity and enable you to concentrate on your thoughts and a constructive outlook. Additionally, it's critical to surround yourself with helpful and upbeat individuals rather than negative ones. A negative person can effortlessly project their doubt and pessimism onto you without even trying. Conclusion. You will alter your perspective on achievement by growing stronger and more determined as a person. That indicates that you are assisting in your own achievement. No more letting things slide when they get a bit difficult. Instead, you'll encourage a single-minded approach to achieving your goals and, as a result, develop into a person that people will respect and look up to. At the end of the day, isn't that what everyone wants? Keep in mind that altering your thinking takes time. You must put time and effort into this procedure. Before tackling the others, you must completely master each component if you want it to be effective. The entire procedure has a snowball effect, so as you get good at one part, it will flow naturally into the next. Your confidence will soar as you accomplish each goal. We are all too frequently victims of our own negativity. It is simple to become anxious, even panicked, and subsequently overthink. Your attempts to succeed will be hampered by this. Instead, put your energy towards being stronger and more obstinate. Utilize a clear plan and have faith in yourself. This will boost your self-assurance and assist you in achieving your long-term goals. Being successful doesn't just happen to some people. It takes effort and persistence to succeed. Anyone may encourage these things in their lives. It only requires awareness and comprehension. Take charge of your emotions, make a strategy, and begin to move in the direction of your life goals when your existing strategies are clearly failing. To strengthen your faith, try using positive affirmations every day. Choose the companions you want to accompany you on your quest. I love your clever partnership. Think of going to a gathering of like-minded individuals. This will assist you in overcoming your phobia of making new friends and communicating with strangers.